Anything look familiar? We've all been here. Felt the dread of a sink full of dirty dishes. People who I spoke to just hate walking into a situation like this. So what do people do? They buy a dishwasher. People will spend hundreds of dollars to make their dishwashing experience more enjoyable or just improve it in any way they can. But dishwashers are limited. In fact, I learned that a lot of people have serious trust issues with their dishwashers. People usually trust their own hands to wash their dishes, but dishwashers, not so much. People will pre-wash their dishes before putting them in, or sometimes they'll have to even wash them after they come out when the dishwasher is ineffective. Some people, like Pavel, have a dishwasher and don't even use it because of these trust issues. In fact, one really big issue that I've seen is pots, dirty pots, dirty pans. Even people with dishwashers don't trust these to their machines, and they wash them by hand. So just about everybody has to wash these by hand, and they all complain about it. The main pain points for washing these pots and pans can fall into one of these two areas. So first of all, it's uncomfortable. It takes a lot of effort to really get all that mess and clean all of that food in there. It's also really gross. People don't like sticking their hands in and getting it dirty and smelly, and it's just not a very enjoyable experience. So overall, it's not fun. It's a chore. It's a necessary evil. And these pain points hold true for hand washing most dishes, but I chose to focus on pots and pans because that's an extreme case of a dirty dish, and the emotions are they're a lot stronger within this area. And by solving this problem, it will improve the overall experience of washing dishes by hand. Looking at the competitive landscape, there are products out there that attempt to bring some fun into this process, such as gloves with different decorations or cute, clever brushes, that kind of thing. But they don't do anything about making the experience more comfortable or easier on the user. And then there are products that make it more comfortable, such as the brush with the integrated soap in the handle or the electric scrubber. But there's nothing fun about those. Those are very serious, very dry, not that fun. So why can't we have a product that's meaningful and fun to use? SCRUBBY answers the question, how might we make washing dishes comfortable and fun? So introducing SCRUBBY Buddy, your best friend in the kitchen. It is an electric scrubber with an oscillating sponge for the brush, and it features an ergonomic handle that keeps your hand far away from the dirty dishes and all that mess. And it allows the user to press the button to get that extra bit of power to help get that really tough mess. I was inspired by this electric scrubber that makes the process very comfortable. And this also reminded me of an electric toothbrush. So this served as my inspiration. Both of them they use a similar technology of a motor with a brush on it. They're both used for cleaning. They're both waterproof. And ultimately, they both make a very arduous task a lot easier. So I made my first prototype, which I will show now. So by pressing the button, the sponge rotates like that. So I got a very positive reaction from this first prototype, and people's faces would light up when they saw it. And then people who I just explained the concept to and didn't show the prototype to, they could immediately see the value of something like this. Some people told me that they would pay up to $40 or $50 for a tool like this in the kitchen. Yet not a single person I spoke to had even heard of this electric dish scrubber. So why is that? So digging a little bit deeper, I found that, as Matt says, technology can be intimidating. And especially in a space like this, where you're in the kitchen and you're dealing with food and dishes that people are eating off of, and it's a very manual task. So a tool like the dish scrubber, it seems like a hand tool. And it's actually made by Black & Decker, which makes hand tools. So that can be off-putting for users in this type of setting. Whereas with this prototype, it uses the parallel of the electric toothbrush, which people are very comfortable with. If people don't have them, they at least know about them and know of their use. So it's a lot less intimidating to think about an electric toothbrush washing your dishes. Additionally, this is a much cuter design. So when people see this, they're focusing on the movement of the sponge and the emotion that it evokes. You don't really look at this and think of it as being technology. So that the cuteness lowers the barrier to the technology in this space. Another reason why I think this product didn't take off is because of the design. So people such as Jenny, they like to buy pretty products. They like to surround themselves with design and with style. Jenny wants to buy products that fit her style, as well as working well. So when I showed people pictures of this electric dish scrubber, I got words like industrial, clinical, medical. Nobody thought that this was a tool that belonged in the kitchen. So combining the function and the comfortable use of the electric scrubber with the cuteness of the prototype is the design direction for the SCRUBBY Buddy. So really leveraging on the cute factor, it really plays on the emotion. So I noticed that the cuteness had a positive effect on the emotion. And when you're talking about hand washing dishes, there are lots of emotions. Most of them are negative. So by leveraging this change of emotion, it really can make the process a lot more fun. So I put some prototypes in the hands of users, and I've learned a lot about certain design decisions, such as the size of the handle, the length of the handle, the placement of the button, types of sponges, and just for example. So now I will introduce to you the main character of this family of scrubbers, Giraffe. Giraffe right here. So the sponge head, like all of the SCRUBBY buddies, the sponge oscillates, and it's also replaceable, so you can get different types of sponges depending on what job you want done. And it has a comfortable affordance to hold it down here. And the base allows for it to stand, so you can just put it on your kitchen counter. Also, you'll see the mane has these bristles. As many users said they like the double-sided sponge or double-sided brush of different textures. So that allows that. And then the horns of the giraffe are scrapers, which people identified as being useful for getting that those really messy houses. And you'll also see that this bend in the neck allows the user's hand to be far away from all of the dirt and grossness, and even preventing the hand from rubbing up on the sides of the pots. And the button, conveniently located by the thumb, which will give an instantaneous oscillation if you press it, or you can slide it into an on position. So really all the control is in the user's hands. So you can use it as a regular brush, and then when you need that extra power, you can just put it on when you need it. So I invite you to stop by the table later to meet all of the different characters in the SCRUBBY Buddy family. And I would also like to thank Walter for believing in SCRUBBY Buddy when it was just a dainty little sponge on a toothbrush. And thank you to everyone who sent me photojournals of your dishes. And for people who let me watch them wash dishes. So thank you very much.